Hello guys, welcome to another video from It's Almost Due. It's never gonna be due in case you're watching this. The coolest guy ever. Today is a video about Pursuit, which is honestly one of the coolest towers in TDS, at least in my opinion. This tower is unique, as it's not only a flying tower, well, actually it is only a flying tower, but anyway, it can also stay in the same area once it locks into an enemy, which is what makes it unique. Because Ace Pilot sucks, well, it doesn't suck, it's actually a pretty decent tower, but it sucks because it never stays in the same spot. It does do high DPS around, but it never stays in the same spot. So it does total damage throughout the area, but sometimes it'll just either completely miss the enemy or eventually leave it and never come back, which is kind of what makes Pursuit better, but also we'll get into the cons of that. Anyway, here's its pros and cons. The main problem with Pursuit is that if there's a quick enemy, it may lose sight of it, or just never latch onto the target. It also might target the wrong enemy, and you can't really change that once it happens. If it locks into a wrong enemy, it's going to stay on that enemy even if you wanted to change. Another problem is that it's just not very effective early on. It's honestly pretty bad for a level 100 tower early on. It costs $4,000 and does like barely as much damage as Minigunner. No, it does less damage than Minigunner. That's what makes it super bad early on. Until level 4 and 5. Level 4 and 5 is when it gets good, though. Anyway, we'll get into that for the pros. These are the problems with the tower, but it's still a decent tower even early on. Just kind of sucks. There's better towers early on, so it's best you use it for late game. For a level 100 tower, it is actually pretty balanced, though. The early levels definitely should be buffed. You know what else should be buffed? Rocketeer. Please buff Rocketeer. Especially if you're a developer, please buff Rocketeer. I actually want Rocketeer to be good. Anyway, its lower levels definitely should be buffed. However, it has some major perks in its higher level. It can do absolutely stunning DPS and shoots very quickly for a high damage tower. It does 22 damage every 0.07 seconds. I'm not going to cite my sources. If you have it, you can try it out yourself. But honestly, I forgot its exact stats. It's something like that, but I don't think I'm exactly right. Even if it's a little lower or higher, if it's higher, then that's crazy still. But that's already crazy for its damage. It's also an effective late game tower, and it's not crazy expensive for a tower that's that good. It just needs a big buff in its early levels, just like Rocketeer. Anyway, that's the pros and cons of Pursuit, which is one of the best TDS towers in my humble, because I'm a humble guy, I'm just having an ego, in my humble opinion. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, and you are amazing fans, especially Hammy1234.